That's not my experience. Maybe that's what you thought last week when we looked at the idea of the goodness of friendship. Maybe you thought, well, that's really not true for me. That's difficult for me. That you're talking about forming friendships based on interest, and it's really hard for me to form friendships. Or you're talking about the kind of the goodness and the good gift of companionship. And sometimes I just feel isolated, even when I'm among others, even those I call my friends. And so what is this? What is this difficulty that I'm experiencing? This is exactly what it is like to have friends, and just this idea of friendship on this side of Eden. Remember last week we talked about friendship within the Garden of Eden, how it's a good gift even there within perfection, but we're no longer there. Sin has entered into the world, and with that it has complicated and made everything messy, including friendships. And really we want to look at that idea this week. How has this concept of friendship been made messy in the midst of a fallen world? And so we'll be looking at that and exploring that in Genesis 3, 8 to 13 this week. And we'll be pulling from a lot of the wisdom literature as well, as we can see this idea on display throughout the wisdom literature. And so I'm excited to look at this idea together, but it's not all doom and gloom. It's not all, even as we look at the idea of difficulty, we're going to see tremendous hope in the midst of that. And so whether you've been with us for this series or not, this is a great time to jump in, and we'd love to have you this week. In fact, it's a great week to jump in because it also starts our Equipping the Saints hour, our 9 to 10 kind of time block. And during that time, there's adult classes and children's classes. The adults will be studying systematic theology, which is really just looking at what all of the Bible says about specific big kind of heading topics, such as what does the Bible say about God, about Jesus, about who we are. And I'm excited to look at that together during the kids' time. Their material will be the Gospel Project. They'll be starting another 3-year cycle starting over in Genesis. So again, this is a great time to jump in at that 9 to 10 o'clock spot would be great, and we'd love to have you for that. Afterwards, from 10 to 10:30, there's a coffee time, so you can come hang out in the community room, enjoy some coffee, and then at 10:30 is that worship service. We'll be looking at the difficulty of friendship, and we would love to have you join us this week.